You are the realest nigga ever if I hold my breath. This is Mark Bell from SuperTraining.tv, Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West. We have a great video for you today of myself, my chubby little self, Mr. Robot Pants, and Silent Mike, hitting up some raw, conventional deadlifts. Now, Silent Mike decides to cheat towards the end and throw on some briefs and go sumo. But for Mr. Robot Pants and myself, we kept it real. What I want to talk to you guys about today, before you see the video, is I want to talk to you about weight selections. The proper weight selections as you're going into those heavy pulls. Make sure you're not going too heavy, too early. The strongest athletes, the best powerlifters, the best Olympic weightlifters, the best strength athletes, almost all of them, maybe not all, but almost all of them, are very smart in their training, and they very rarely miss their reps. This is something you guys really need to understand. It is great to go after it every once in a while. It is great to shoot for the moon sometimes, but you got to be careful with that, and you have to be realistic. So as you start to go up in weight, when things start to get harder and harder, when you feel like something feels like a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10, and then something starts to feel like a 6, and then a 7. Once you get to about that 7, once you get to that level, we all kind of know what that feels like. 7 on a scale of 1 to 10 is kind of easy to judge, or easy to guesstimate at least. So use your head on that. But once you get to that level, you're going to have to make smaller jumps. And it's going to be crucial to you hitting the most amount of weight on that particular day. And it's going to be crucial for you to get the most amount of volume in. You're going to get an optimal amount of volume in for your training, and you're going to become a better lifter for it. So make sure that you're not being stupid, and make sure you're picking the right weights for yourself. How do you determine that? Simply just make small jumps in weight once shit starts to get hard. Form starts to break down. When your form starts to break down, you need to start making small jumps. And it might only be 10 pounds. But remember, it's training. You are training towards something. You are training your body to become better. Your training should be harder than the actual event itself. Make sure that you're getting your work in. If you throw a 5 on each side and you only go 10 pounds heavier and you blast through it, so what? It's not like you really wasted any energy. And if you did, again, it's just a training session. I think so many people are so scared that they're going to waste some energy and miss out on going for that quarter, or going for that 45, or going for 500, or going for 550. Well, before you try 500 and before you try 550, take some of those intermediate weights. Take some of those weights in between that. They shouldn't be hurting you, and if they are, then it means you're out of shape. Now, if you're a stronger lifter and you've been around for a long time, you kind of already know a lot of this. You already understand how to select your weights in the beginning, and you might make huge jumps in the beginning. I myself, in a power meet, I just start out with 500 pounds and I go from there. I've actually done a meet before where I go 500. I think I went to 700, and then I think I took like 8 something in the warm-up room, 850 or 900, and then went out there, and my opener was 1,008, and I smashed it. So, you know, certain situations call for certain things. That's a power meet. That's the actual meet itself, and I'm not looking to waste an ounce of energy on anything. My focus is to lift the most amount of weight possible for that particular day to have it add up towards my total. But in training, it doesn't add up towards much of anything, except for you're trying to build things up. You're trying to build, and then you're going to test on meet day. And that's when you're going to save things, and that's when you're going to pull back on your warm-ups and not do too much warming up. But also make sure that you're not doing too many repetitions in your warm-up. Once the weights start to get hard, make sure you're pulling back on those repetitions. So as the weights get heavier, pull back your repetitions and try not to make such a big jump in weight. At first, you might go plate, 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates. Then you'll have to go 4 1/4. Then you might have to go 475. Then you might have to go 5 plates. And then you might have to go like 515 or 510 or something like that. And that might be the end of your day if you're in the low 500s for a deadlift. So make sure that you're selecting those weights properly. It's okay to do things the right way. You will not go to jail. You will not get beat up. It's okay to perform an exercise with good form as well. So don't be afraid of that. Form starts to break down, shit starts to get hard, make smaller jumps. Enjoy the video. Later.
If that shirt right there is too loud for you, you can turn down the volume on your YouTubes. That's 405, going about 150 pounds of band tension right there. Here is Mr. Robot Pants. You can see Robot's got a knee wrap around his leg there. He's been having a little bit of a hammy issue, and instead of allowing it to hamstrung his workouts, he is plowing through it. Find ways to work around and through injuries. You don't let them stop you. You don't stop moving. There's, I think that's about 455 now. And I was real happy with my speed and explosiveness on this day. There is Silent Mike. And he's doing some sumo pulls. I don't think I recorded any of his conventional pulls. There's Robot going with about 505 right there. Squeaked it out. Good strong pull. Great effort. That's exactly what you want on some of these deadlifts when you're doing max effort day, is you want them to kind of stop you dead in your tracks, and you want to have to overcome that and fight through. You're looking for a grind. You're looking for a real fight. And once you start to learn how to strain and fight through those big weights, then that's when you can learn how to become really strong. There's 505 by my chubby self, and here comes Silent Mike with 515. Again, he kind of opted to wear the briefs so he could overload a little bit. And now I'm starting to wear some straps. I'm cheating myself. There's 555. And here comes Robot finishing up with 515. See how long, see how much time under tension you got there? That's exactly what we're looking for. That's going to build some intestinal fortitude along with some muscle mass. And it's also just going to teach your body how to fight through those big weights when it's the most important, when you're on the platform on game day. Here I go setting up. It takes me forever to figure out the straps. I don't know what I'm doing with them. I'm really pretty lost, but working on figuring them out. And after this, we did some sumo deadlifts. We did some sumo pulls. Did about 4 sets of 6 reps, 4 sets, 6 to 8 reps. Ultra wide sumos, and those were done raw as well to build up the hips, and then also a lot of upper back work. This is 585. Second verse, same as the first. First rep felt good, so I decided to finish it out and kill myself to death. And finish up with some lat pull downs. I also did some hammer strength rows. And I also did some step ups. I supersetted some step ups in between this, along with some pull down ab work. It's important to do this hypertrophy work. It's important to get your assistance work in, just as important as it is to do the main lift. And that is it from supertraining.tv.